Success is not an accident. It is a daily construction project. Every day you wake up, the clock hands you 24 hours. The question is not, do you have the time? The question is, will you steward the time? Because the difference between the person drifting through life and the person dominating their destiny is not talent, not luck, not even opportunity. It is how they manage the day they've been given. You must begin your day with intention, not reaction. Too many people wake up and immediately hand their mind over to the world the moment the alarm rings. They grab their phone, open messages, scroll feeds, and let someone else's agenda write the first line of their story. But when you start your day reacting, you lose before you even begin. When you start with intention, through gratitude, stillness, reflection, and clarity, you position your mind to lead instead of follow. You program your thoughts for success before anything external has a chance to derail you. The most powerful moment of your day is the one you control before the world wakes up. Purpose must guide your decisions. Busyness is not productivity. Chaos is not progress. Many people mistake motion for movement and activity for achievement. They fill their hours with everything urgent, but nothing important. They say yes to every distraction and then wonder why their dreams never get fed. Managing your day for success means asking yourself, what is the one thing I can accomplish today that moves me closer to the life I want to build? And then you guard that task like it is sacred. You schedule it, you prioritize it, and you execute it even when you don't feel like it, because greatness is built on disciplined simplicity, not scattered effort. Discipline is the rhythm of success. It is the heartbeat of a life that moves forward with power. You don't rise because you did one thing right once. You rise because you do the right things consistently. Success is not built on inspiration alone. It is built on routines that reinforce your goals. You must create a rhythm, your morning rhythm, your work rhythm, your personal rhythm that trains your mind to show up with excellence. When discipline becomes your default, procrastination loses its power. When commitment becomes your habit, excuses stop having a voice in your decisions. The people who master their day master their destiny because they've become stewards of their own patterns. Nothing steals success faster than an unguarded mind. Your mind is the command center of everything you will ever produce. If you do not protect your energy, your clarity, and your focus, you cannot produce results. You must filter what you allow into your spirit, what you allow into your conversations, and who you allow into your space. You need boundaries. You need standards. You need to know that every hour invested in your dream is one step closer to your purpose, and every hour wasted is an invitation for regret. Guard your time like treasure. Protect your thinking like a fortress. Feed your mind what strengthens you, and use your time where it multiplies you. Managing your day for success is not about being busy. It is about being intentional. It is not about doing everything. It is about doing the right things. It is not about perfection. It is about progress. When you decide to command your day instead of letting the day command you, your life begins to transform. Your work becomes more meaningful. Your goals become clearer, and your results become undeniable. Because when you master your day, you master your future. Begin with intention, not reaction. Because the first moments of your day hold the power to set the entire tone for your life. So many people underestimate that window between waking up and stepping into the world. They treat it casually, carelessly, like it doesn't matter. But those early minutes dictate your momentum, shape your mindset, and frame how you interpret everything that happens afterward. If you allow the world to speak into your life before you speak into your life, you've already surrendered your power. When you wake up and immediately react to notifications, to messages, to news, to problems, you're not leading your day, you're chasing it. You're letting external voices dictate your internal state. You're giving emotional access to things that haven't earned the right to influence your peace. And the moment you begin reacting, stress multiplies, clarity shrinks, and you spend the rest of your day trying to catch up to the chaos you invited in. But when you begin with intention, you step into the day with purpose. You create space to set your thoughts, align your heart, and speak strength into your spirit. This is where you choose gratitude instead of anxiety, clarity instead of confusion, direction instead of drifting. That intentional beginning is where you tell your mind what matters. You remind yourself of your mission, and you anchor your identity before the noise arrives. Intention looks like slowing down before you speed up, It looks like giving yourself permission to breathe, reflect, journal, pray, visualize, or commit to your goals before anything external demands your attention. It looks like deciding who you will be before the pressures of the day test who you are when you start your day with. Intention, you are the author, not the editor of your story. You choose your pace, you choose your perspective, you choose your priorities. And from that place of centered power, you lead your day instead of reacting to it. Prioritize purpose over busyness, because not every activity deserves a place in your life. So many people confuse being active with being effective. They fill their schedules with noise and call it productivity. But at the end of the day, their energy is drained, their goals are untouched, and their spirit is frustrated. Busyness becomes a badge they wear, but it hides the truth. They are running hard in circles instead of walking with intention toward their destiny. Purpose gives direction. Busyness gives distraction. Purpose asks, what actually moves me closer to my vision? Busyness asks, what can I check off to feel accomplished? The world will always offer distractions, tasks that look important but do nothing to advance your future. If you don't learn to filter your day through purpose, you will end up working harder but achieving less. Your time will be consumed by everyone else's priorities while your own dreams starve. When you prioritize purpose, you get strategic. You ask yourself, why am I doing this, and what outcome does this produce? You stop saying yes to everything just to feel needed or validated. You stop crowding your calendar with obligations that drain you. You stop chasing every urgent thing that pops up and start focusing on what is truly essential. Purpose simplifies your day. It forces clarity. It sharpens your decisions. When you anchor your actions to your mission, you become unstoppable. You schedule what matters. You eliminate what doesn't. You organize your day around meaningful progress, not meaningless motion. You understand that 1 hour invested in purpose is worth more than 10 hours spent on empty activity. You stop living by pressure and start living by intention. Busyness tries to impress people. Purpose transforms you. And when you lead your day with purpose, your results begin to reflect your potential, not your distractions. Master the rhythm of discipline, because success is not a single moment. It is a pattern, a cadence, a beat you commit to daily. Discipline is not glamorous. It doesn't shout. It doesn't demand applause. It is quiet, consistent, and powerful. It's the invisible engine behind every visible achievement. The people who rise are not the ones who occasionally get inspired. They're the ones who consistently stay committed. They don't wait for motivation. They build momentum. Discipline is a rhythm you train into your life. It's the decision to show up even on the days you don't feel like it. It's the choice to keep pushing forward when your emotions try to negotiate with you. Most people lose because they trust their feelings more than their commitments. They follow their comfort instead of their calling. But when you master discipline, you break that cycle. You make decisions based on who you want to become, not how you feel in the moment. A disciplined life has structure. It has routines that reinforce your identity and habits that support your goals. It means designing a daily flow where your actions align with your intentions. Maybe it's waking up early to focus. Maybe it's dedicating time to learning, building, practicing, improving. Maybe it's cutting out the distractions that steal your progress. Whatever your rhythm looks like, it must be consistent enough to anchor you. Discipline is the bridge between desire and destiny. Dreams without discipline become fantasies. Plans without discipline become excuses. But goals with discipline become reality. When you master your rhythm, you become predictable in the best way. You become someone who can be trusted with responsibility, with opportunity, with success. You build a foundation that doesn't crumble under pressure. Your rhythm of discipline is what trains your mind to persevere, builds your character to endure, and shapes your habits to produce results. When discipline becomes natural, progress becomes inevitable. When you master your rhythm, you stop working sporadically and start working strategically. And it's in that rhythm, in that consistent, committed flow, that success finds you already prepared. Guard your mind, time, and energy, because these are the three resources that shape your future more than anything else. If you don't protect them, the world will consume them without hesitation. Your mind is the birthplace of your decisions. Your time is the currency of your progress. And your energy is the fuel that powers your actions. If you allow the wrong influences, the wrong people, and the wrong priorities to invade these areas, you will find yourself drained, distracted, and discouraged long before you can ever reach your potential. Your mind is a battlefield, and you must treat it like sacred ground. What you allow into your thoughts becomes what you believe, and what you believe becomes what you build. If you feed your mind doubt, fear, and negativity, you will produce doubt-filled results. If you surround yourself with voices that complain, criticize, and limit, you will begin to shrink your own possibilities. Guarding your mind means being intentional about what you read, what you watch, what you listen to, and who you allow to speak into your life. It means replacing toxic conversations with empowering truths, replacing fear-driven stories with faith-driven beliefs, and replacing comparison with clarity. Your time is your most valuable asset because it can never be replaced. Every minute spent on something meaningless is a minute stolen from your purpose. Opportunities are built in hours. Most people waste. When you guard your time, you become selective. You decide what earns a place on your schedule. You become disciplined with your commitments. You stop entertaining pointless distractions. You stop letting emergencies dictate your priorities. You stop using busyness as an excuse. Guarding your time means creating boundaries that protect your goals. It means saying no to what drains you so you can say yes to what develops you. Your energy is the spark behind your potential. Even if you have the right mindset and the right schedule, without energy you cannot execute with excellence. Energy is influenced by what you eat, how you rest, who you spend time with, and what emotional weight you carry. Some people don't just drain your time. They drain your spirit. They drain your enthusiasm, your confidence, your focus. Guarding your energy means protecting your peace, managing your stress, and surrounding yourself with people who elevate you instead of exhaust you. It means honoring your body, respecting your limits, and recognizing when you need rest so you can return stronger. When you guard your mind, time, and energy, you create an environment where success can grow. You shield your progress from sabotage. You build a life where clarity thrives, discipline strengthens, and results multiply. You stop living in survival mode and start operating in purpose mode. Because when these three pillars are protected, everything else in your life aligns: your decisions, your habits, your relationships, and your future. Success is never the result of chance. It is the product of choices made day after day. When you choose to begin with intention instead of reaction, you claim authority over your mindset. When you prioritize purpose over busyness, you move with clarity instead of chaos. When you master the rhythm of discipline, you create momentum that carries you far beyond motivation. And when you guard your mind, time, and energy, you protect the very resources that fuel your growth. Managing your day for success is not about packing your calendar. It's about aligning your actions with your destiny. It's about living with direction, creating structure, honoring your commitments, and building habits that serve your future. If you take control of your day will take you exactly where you're meant to be. And when that becomes your lifestyle, success stops being a dream and becomes a natural outcome of who you've decided to become.